crossed county lines, came to my house, ran after me, ran me off the road, and this is the warrant. All the Gestapo antics that's been going on here with the Nassau County Police Department, and we're finally here to turn ourselves in. Everybody has body cameras?
What do you do? I'm just recording police activity.
Okay, Mr. Ryder, you're just gonna follow me, all right?
After the detectives took me into custody, I was strip searched and locked in a holding cell. I want to show each and every one of you the level of tyranny and corruption that we the people are dealing with here in Nassau County. The people's application is outrageous.
Hey, what's up guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. We are currently standing in front of the Nassau County 3rd Precinct, just a little bit before 7 a.m. here, and we're going to be turning ourselves in at 7 a.m. on the outstanding warrant. Now, to clear up everything, just want to make this very clear. I am technically not supposed to be anywhere near the Nassau County 3rd Precinct. There are 8 stay-away orders against law enforcement officers as well as government officials that I've talked about in previous videos. The outstanding warrant is for criminal trespass in the 3rd degree. I was charged with criminal trespass in the 3rd degree when I went back to the Department of Social Services in Nassau County, surreptitiously recording. I don't know how they're gonna make this charge stick. All I know is that they came looking for me at my house, crossed county lines, came to my house, ran after me, ran me off the road, and this is the warrant. All the Gestapo antics that's been going on here with the Nassau County Police Department, and we're finally here to turn ourselves in. Now, this all started back in August 28th when I went to the Department of Social Services in Nassau County to investigate some complaints made by citizens and to peacefully exercise my First Amendment right.
Can't video it here.
Oh, you recording? No, get that out of my face.
But ma'am, you're coming, calm down. You're coming up to me.
Tough guy with a camera.
You're not here to enforce policy, you're here to enforce the law and protect our constitutional rights.
I'm just going to advise you now that you cannot record inside.
I could take this into a court of law and hold you and your officers accountable for violating my constitutional rights. The Nassau County government officials did not like that, so they decided to arrest me unlawfully for criminal trespass in the 3rd degree. We'll be announcing a peaceful protest, but without further ado, let's get into it. It's a pretty sad day in America, ladies and gentlemen, when a journalist has to turn himself in for criminal trespassing charges for asking questions of his government, for being in a publicly accessible area that's funded by we the people, the taxpayers. This is sad. I'm gonna have to go be processed, lose my freedom, sit in a cell. I've already sat in a cell in this building before for 6 hours. It's completely insane. It's completely insane. It's not right. It's unjust. This is tyrannical behavior by the Nassau County Police Department at the direction of Police Commissioner Patrick Psycho Ryder. And that's not me calling him a psycho. That's what his colleagues call him. That's what defense attorneys call him. That is the nickname he earned while being arrested multiple times for violent crimes, police brutality, perjury. This is the man in charge of one of the largest law enforcement agencies in the country. You can't make this up. So let's get over this. My photographer here, Scalzo Photo, is gonna walk in with us and see how far we get with exercising our rights in the precinct here. So come on, let's go in. So as you can see, this is how Nassau County Police Department operates. No access to the public. No public access to our lobby. That's just the way it is. So you can see here they should be expecting me. Sorry, ring the
facility.
Excuse me?
A lot of facility.
Yes,
I don't have a camera.
Mind you?
I don't have the camera.
You?
He's exercising his constitutional rights, sir. We have the Right to Record Act for New York State says you're allowed to film law enforcement in the course of their duty.
No video camera in the building.
So you think that your sign that says no video recording in the building overrides the Constitution and the New York State Right to Record Act?
You're here for what reason?
I'm here to, I mean, your department sent over 15 plainclothes officers harassing my tenants, harassing my family. I'm here to turn myself in. I had an appointment with a lieutenant. I'm here to turn myself in on an outstanding warrant. I was told to come here at 7 a.m. That's the thing.
We're gonna have the text come down and speak to you.
Okay, great, yeah. Where's the transparency? Where's the accountability?
Morning, gentlemen.
Greeting.
How are you? Mr. Reyes? I'm
Yes.
Detective Clark. How are you? Nice to meet you, sir.
Detective
You gonna
Clark?
come with us? Yes,
Sure.
sir. If you don't
Yep.
mind.
Come on, sir.
Everybody has body
Stay in
cameras?
the lobby here?
What do you do?
Go outside.
I'm just recording police
How are you
activity.
doing, Mr. Reyes? You're just going to follow me, all right?
Yep. Do you mind if I get everybody else's name?
We'll get
Lieutenant
everything
Stellar.
for you.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Are you the lieutenant who spoke with my attorney?
Yes.
Okay.
Lieutenant Fuller and Mr. Reyes.
Yeah, I spoke with him on.
Did they bring back?
We're just gonna go in there.
Yep.
We spoke with your attorney on Friday.
Okay.
Jacob.
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Reyes, just come with me. I'm going to make this quick and painless, okay?
Yes, sir.
Just going to have you step in the cell.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right. Thanks, Mr. Reyes. You mind taking your hat off for me? Thank you. I'm just going to actually put your stuff right in here if you don't mind. You can take off your watch. Thank you very much. You can just take this clip off on your.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after the detectives took me into custody, I was strip searched and locked in a holding cell. My property was inventoried. I was then photographed and fingerprinted. The entire process took less than 2 hours. I would also just like to note that the detectives at the 3rd Precinct were extremely professional and cordial with me, which I honestly didn't expect after Police Commissioner Patrick Psycho Ryder sent his mass goons across county lines to intimidate me, my family, and place me in custody on a Friday night, so I would have to spend the entire weekend in jail. After I was processed, I was taken to the courthouse. I was placed in a holding pen with around 20 other men who had committed various crimes the night before. I spent approximately 4 hours in the holding cell. I was then taken upstairs to see the judge to be arraigned, where I pled not guilty to the charges of criminal trespass. My attorney, Jacob Uriel, attempted to get the judge to modify the existing 8 ridiculous stay-away protective orders against me to at least allow for lawful incidental contact. The judge refused. I was then released on my own recognizance, and my next court date is on November 13th. Speaking of the 8 stay-away order of protections, I have received the transcript from my previous court date when they were issued. I am not going to read the entire transcript. I'm only going to read the part about the protective orders. If you would like to read the entire transcript, I will leave a link to them in the description right below the like button. I want to show each and every one of you the level of tyranny and corruption that we the people are dealing with here in Nassau County. All right, fellow Patriots, as you can see, we have the court transcripts in front of us. People of the state of New York against Sean Paul Reyes. Reading that makes me sick to my stomach. It is not the people that are against me. It's the corrupt and tyrannical Nassau County government officials that are against me and trying to silence me. We, the people, support me. Moving on, we have Norman Samet, who is the judge presiding over this particular arraignment that granted the 8 stay-away protective orders. Right before his name says the Honorable. Honorable is a title that you should earn through your actions, not be given because you took a public service job. In my opinion, Norman Samet's actions have been dishonorable during this hearing. But let's take a look at it and let me know what you think in the comment section. Ann Donnelly is the district attorney, the elected official of Nassau County. Her representative in this case is District Attorney Melissa Maroney. My attorney is Jacob Uriel. So we're going to skip the beginning part of this transcript. It's basically just someone asking the court to record. I had no affiliation with this person. The court summarily denied their request because, of course, Judge Norman Samet hates transparency in his courtroom. All right, so page 9 is where the Assistant District Attorney Melissa Maroney makes her application to the court for the 8 stay-away protective orders. She says, with regards to the orders of protection, this defendant has various social media platforms, and on those social media platforms, as I previously indicated in the comment section, the addresses and names of the witnesses involved in this case being the 5 police officers, as well as the 3 Department of Social Services employees, was disseminated in the comment section. It's our understanding, based on information and belief from the Nassau County Police Department, that the defendant has dominion and control over those websites and has failed to take those comments down. The publication of the very private residences of the employees and the officers has led those people to be concerned for their safety and the safety of their families. We are requesting a stay-away order of protection on behalf of those parties in connection with these cases during the pendency of the cases. Additionally, I would like to just indicate that we were informed by the police department that this defendant has gone to the police commissioner of Nassau County's residence at the time he was not home, taping and speaking with the commissioner's wife. If the defendant is willing to go to the police commissioner's residence, certainly he would not be fearful of going to the residence of any of the witnesses in this case. And for that reason, we are requesting an order of protection to keep them safe during the pendency of this hearing. Absolute garbage, ridiculous. The court, being Norman Samet. Mr. Uriel, my defense counsel. The people's application is outrageous. I'm going to start with the police commissioner. They're trying to insinuate that somehow the police commissioner is linked to this case. Mr. Reyes is a journalist. He reports on things. He went to the police commissioner's house not knowing who was home or not, rang the doorbell as everyone has the license to do. The commissioner's wife was in the door. They had a conversation, and that was it. To imply, based on him exercising his freedom of press and freedom of expression, that somehow he's now going to tamper with witnesses in this case is frankly just borderline disingenuous. On top of that, they're asking for orders of protections for police officers. What does that mean? Stay away from their place of business? Stay away from their work? What does that mean? He can't be in the precinct in the confines of an entire district. It's unheard of. These are law enforcement officers, and their only basis on the order protections has to be reasonable. Their only basis is either that his camera is so dangerous that the people have to be protected from him, or which is that what they are really saying is that because the third party's on a public media site, I don't know if he can delete the comments or not. It's not his job to do that. If people are posting things independent of him, and by the way, there are tens of thousands of comments, I mean, to moderate them would be a job in itself. To say that because the court should take an unprecedented restriction on his liberty to bar him from police officers who are literally out there on patrol every day, he can encounter inadvertently, to bar him from a police precinct, this has a chilling effect on his ability, not just of freedom of movement, but because basically he has to stay home to comply with these orders, but also a chilling effect on the freedom of press. I honestly think there is no legal basis for these orders. The people's request is unprecedented. I am asking the court to summarily deny it. The court, Judge Norman Samet. People, Miss Melissa Maroney, the district attorney, says we rely on the record, Your Honor. The court, Miss Maroney, have you been in touch with these individuals and asked them whether or not they wanted an order of protection? I have been in touch with the Nassau County Police Department Legal Bureau this morning, and that individual did indicate to me that the individuals wanted orders of protection. The court, Miss Maroney, are you telling me that this defendant has a website himself and he puts the information on his website? Miss Maroney, my information is that he has a TikTok, a Facebook, a YouTube channel, and various other social media platforms. The court, is that so, Mr. Uriel? Mr. Uriel, Judge, I don't believe that he has profiles on these sites, but they're not his sites. He doesn't post things to the sites besides the video. The court, when you say these sites, what do you mean those sites? Mr. Uriel, for example, YouTube. He has a YouTube channel. Facebook, he has a Facebook page. But the comments they're talking about are third parties who are putting comments on the video. The court, let's talk about the Facebook for a moment. Does he not have the ability to take down these comments, which would reflect on these protected parties? Mr. Uriel, Judge, whether he does, he probably does. Again, I looked through his comment section. There are thousands of comments. I mean, it's not reasonable to expect him to monitor them, but regardless of which, what people are posting has nothing to do with him. To ask for orders of protection because let me make myself more clear what I'm trying to say. Even if these orders are granted, they will not prevent third parties from posting whatever they want online. They're not going to prevent these people that Mr. Reyes has never met and he doesn't know. Mr. Reyes doesn't publish people's private information. That I can tell you for a fact. And it's just such a tenuous logic to say that some third party on a public forum that anyone can post on because they are doing that. One, he's got some sort of affirmative obligation to monitor that, which is not true. Two, I do believe that most of those addresses would be public records anyway. I don't know where they would have got that information from. Three, to attribute it to him because of that, we are going to ask for orders of protection preventing him from his significant deprivation of liberty. It doesn't add up. So yes, he probably could delete them. That's not a basis for an order of protection. There is no allegation. I don't think the people are making that he's personally doing anything or he's soliciting people to do anything like that, because he's not. Okay, the court. Okay, thank you, Mr. Uriel. The court will sign the stay away orders of protection Sir, excuse me, I'm signing full stay away orders of protection. You are directed to stay away from these individuals' homes, schools, places of business, places of employment of Nancy Nunziata, David Carl, Mark Hansen, Dominic Rosello, Kenneth Keller, Ryan Cower, Joseph Camarelli, and Anthony Caminiti. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That's exactly what happened. The arguments that the district attorney was trying to make were complete asinine. They didn't make any sense, basically because someone else posted something in the comment section. And by the way, Melissa Maroney, the assistant district attorney, had no proof of this whatsoever. She didn't bring a screenshot of these comments or anything. She just said, based on knowledge that she acquired from the Nassau County Police Department, which we all know is a corrupted department led by one of the most corrupt individuals I've ever seen, Police Commissioner Patrick Psycho Ryder. So we have no evidence of that. But even if there was evidence, it's some random person on the internet, not even threatening people. It's some random person on the internet just putting out public addresses. Your address, my address, they're all public. They're public information. They're not secretly guarded. So putting them on a comment section isn't illegal. It's not a threat. I never advocate for violence, but yet 8 stay-away order protections were put against me against government officials and police officers. You see it here. They made no allegations of me threatening anyone or committing any sort of act of violence. Nothing. There's no reason why the police commissioner should be scared of me. There's plenty of reasons why I should be fearful of him and what he's capable of based on his history and his criminal record. But there's no reason for him to be afraid of me. There's no reason for his wife to be afraid of me. I blurred her face out. I blurred his address out. I had a cordial conversation with his wife. Nothing happened. So again, these orders of protection are ridiculous. The new judge we have is refusing to modify them. I will just say, at least the Nassau County Police Department and the District Attorney's Office honored their word about not charging me for violation of these order protections when I turned myself in at the precinct, because technically I was violating them. As ridiculous as that sounds, it's absolutely ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. We, the people, demand accountability from these government officials. I have pled not guilty on both of the charges against me. I will see this through in a court of law on a trial, and we will be victorious in the end. I promise you all that. We will win. And if we don't, we will appeal. We will take the proper measures, but we will hold them accountable. There will be a federal civil rights lawsuit for all of this. There has to be some accountability. Let me know what you think about this one in the comment section below. Can't wait to read your comments on this one. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace.